I'm gonna play my little Stratty.
You know, I would love a guitar like that, you know, with a Floyd and then just one single in the neck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You mean like my Paisley? That kind of thing?
Uh-huh.
Humbucker and a single.
Wow, you're all blurry, dude.
I am. I thought it was just my eyesight. You know what happened earlier? Oh, I wonder if it's done it again.
I think you got to put your hand up and then...
I think it's on...
There you go. Autofocus or... That's fine.
Yeah. Because earlier on, it, for some reason, flipped over to my laptop camera. And I was like, why does the angle look so weird? Like, why? It's like, because I was having to, like, get back here to get my sort of head in shot. It was like... And then I realized it was on the laptop and not on the webcam. Do you know what I mean? But I think I need to move the webcam along a little bit because my...
You need to clean your
my
glasses.
headstock's not really...
Let's
try it. Does that help? No. That actually got worse, didn't it? I have to remember cameras are backwards. And now I need to tilt it again. Fuck. What did you do this for?
Just go back to blurry, that's fine.
Yeah, hang on. And that's now too low, but that's easy to adjust.
2 hours later.
Yes. 2 centuries later.
You know, one of these days I'll kind of clean that. Figure if I turn enough, maybe I'll get the dust.
Is that me crackling or you?
Yeah, that's me.
Was it? Do you need to clean something?
Yeah, but my spray cleaners, and I got to take off the big guard.
So this knob goes to 11. Like when you're on 10 and you need that little extra push over the cliff. Where can you go?
There's Sandra Piccone.
There's Sandra Piccone. I cleaned my glasses. It was the rest of it. Listen to that glorious E flat. Jimmy Biter. Hey, Jimmy, guess what? We're tuned to E flat like proper people should be.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I went over to that other channel and posted that Jimmy Sweet Thighs hit me in the face with a McDonald's tray. It's only funny if you were watching under the bus. And...
Yep. Exactement.
Oh, there's trouble.
Oh, cool. He's going to hate my guitar now. Ew, it's got a Strat headstock. Ew, I don't like it. And we're both playing Strats, aren't we?
We're tuned to E flat there, Kurt.
Yeah.
You better get Boner Jams over here. He'll be like, man, that's so low. Sounds like Slipknot.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, this is the guitar I got off of Mexican Strat. I got off that kid on Facebook or Craigslist for $140 with a hard shell case. It could be a little warm, or maybe he just needed some crack. I don't know.
I'm willing to go with him just needing some, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either way, I gave him the cash and jumped in my little Hyundai and got the hell out of there. Before he stabbed me in the throat and took my car.
All right. What we got? We got so much. We got so much to choose from here.
I was asking Steve, are there any backing tracks in E flat? Because I don't know if there's any on YouTube.
You want to do an old school dirty blues guitar jam backing track in E flat?
Dirty blues.
Dirty blues. I don't know what that actually means. Should we find out?
Yeah. I'm just playing with my MX5.
Cool.
Make it. I didn't like that.
You didn't?
I did not care for that.
It sounded like you did.
Yeah.
Anyways, a few people we need to say hello to. We need to say hello to Blue Morks, and we need to say to Blue Morks, hey, you're allowed to jam here too, dude.
I was just going to mention that.
Yeah, and then we say hello to Angelic. We already kind of said hello to Jimmy, didn't we?
Hola.
Yeah, and we said hello to Sandra.
We have to say hi to Jimmy.
Oh, and Herb.
Listy.
And we also have to say goodbye to Herb, I think.
Yeah.
Hi, bye.
We have to say hi to Jimmy, at least he's smacked you in the face with McDonald's tray.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Exactly, right? But you were loving it.
But yeah, I could definitely feel the bendies. Like I got to watch my bending. because I'm tuned to have to step down to please Mr. Brand.
No, you're pleasing the world. You're not just pleasing me. I'm not saying this to be pedantic. I'm saying this to be sensible. The
Jesus
world plays an effing flat.
Pedantic. Pedantic. You just call me fat?
Yes.
Steve uses the metric.
I use metric words. Yes.
He uses the metric system, so I got to tune down to that.
Oh, fancy a major key?
You know, I don't care.
Well, it's going to be in what you think of your frets as C sharp minor.
So E major.
Yes.
I'll probably turn off the clock.
It says slow funk. Let's do it.
Oh.
I guess Ted went live.
Did he?
Yep. We should complain. It's like there's not enough bandwidth. You got it.
just going to play these 6 notes.
Which 6? You're going to go Lydian mode, huh?
And move it up to here. Whoop, not that one.
No, you're not going to play that one? You kind of surprised me that you were not going to play that one.
That was okay. I liked it better than the first one, even though it was C sharp major.
It was E flat major, is what it was. Yeah, because we're in E flat now. Because we're men.
Man.
None of this namby-pamby big girls blouse E standard nonsense.
We're going to have to get some Cookie Monster vocals.
Well, you know what I found in that was that now my fingers play the notes that are in my head.
Really?
Yeah. So that's semitone different. So now we're playing, and I'm like, oh, I don't have to look at the fingerboard anymore.
Oh, I still do.
Yeah, no, it's like everything up until now was a half fret out as far as my ears and my brain were concerned, right? So it was like, oh, shit. See? It's all wrong. It's all wrong, Q. I'll tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you all about it.
Even the whole thing about that is, we've never heard that track before, and it forces you to shit or get off the pot, right? Kind of.
Well, especially because it's in E flat, it's instantly cooler. So it makes you want to really get into it and show what you can do.
Turn my wall off. There you go. No, but I found that little half-step bend was working for me. That's why I kept going to it. Like, okay, that's working. Let's just stay there.
And I like that you wanted to play in Lydian for a little bit there as well. Those 6 notes you wanted to play. That's E flat Lydian.
That's the one where I went.
Well, down there it's E flat major, but up here where you played it first, you said I'm going to play these 6 notes. And you went,
yeah, right.
It had the sharp 4.
Look at me not knowing what I'm doing, and it worked out pretty good.
I'm being really super freaking cool.
Wait, wrong. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, that's good.
So what's up with this guitar? What guitar is this? I've never seen this one before.
Oh, all right. So this actually,
you can highlight yourself. You can highlight yourself because I can't.
I'll try.
Ah.
Got to get it so the headstock's in. Like it's a nothing. It's a no name. Okay. I put it together when I had my store. A lot of people. I put a lot of like component guitars together for people, and people would ask me, "What's it gonna cost? Like, what do I get for how much money?" Kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I thought, you know what? I should have like 1 or 2 built in the store as like demo guitars.
Yeah, some samples. Right.
Yeah, and also with a build sheet with a total, so that they knew exactly what they're getting. Right. And here's the interesting thing. So I built this, I think, in 2013, I think. I'd have to take the neck off to look for sure, but I think it's 2013. And at the time, I could retail this guitar, including the cost of assembling it and setting it up, for 800 Canadian. Just before Christmas, out of idle curiosity, I decided to price it out again. Wholesale cost on the parts in this guitar is currently, and I say wholesale, not retail, wholesale, $1,503.
Holy shit.
Exactly. So, because I mean, it's very plain Jane, but it's all high-end stuff. So It's an all parts body and neck. The body is a 2-piece swamp ash made in the U.S.
That is a nice piece of ash.
Beautiful piece of ash.
Ah!
Yeah, and it beautifully center joined too, right? So it's a nice body. The neck is a slightly V-shaped kind of, mid-50s kind of fender vibe to it, but with a 9.5-inch radius. It's not a stupid
Yeah.
7.25. So it's kind of half and half kind of thing. All the metal hardware is Goto, so it's got a machine. It's got a broken jack, is what it's got now. Got a machine steel block, not a brass, but just a steel. But it's big. Does it still work? Let's see. Yes, it does. Because that was a good hit, right, just on the jack plug.
Oh.
But anyway, Goto Hap tuners. Do you know what the Hap tuners are?
No.
Height adjustable posts. So there's that, the little lubrication hole in the back of the Cluzon style tuners. That's actually an access hole for a 50 thou Allen key.
So, like a Montgomery caster, have staggered height.
Yeah. So these you can actually wind them up and down to your heart's content.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. And then Damasio Norton. No, Air Norton in the bridge. But like I say, the volume knob does go to 11. And this little switchy here, went to market, is a EMG PA2 preamp booster.
Oh.
Which I've got set. It's not crazy hot because it goes up to about, I think, 32 dB or something. But I've got it set at about 18. So it gives it a fair kick in the pants. I mean, let's see what it does. So you can hear the difference. With the compression on this, it's just going to add ridiculous sustain.
Wow. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah.
So it's basically enough boost to change it from like an Air Norton to a tone zone, if that makes sense. That's about how I got it adjusted.
I was telling Steve, I like a guitar like that with a just a single coil in the neck, and that would be my just go-to.
Well, that old, the Narvel, my shovel, that you always complained about that the fretboard was too dirty for your liking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that is. I mean, that's an 84 Charvel that's been it's been run over by a Volkswagen for a start.
Right. Yeah.
But that's, I mean, when I first got it, that was a humbucker and a volume knob, and that was it. And I've slowly routed more holes and added things over the years.
Blue Mox has a question for you.
Oh, okay. Really simple, Blue Mox. Take your A minor pentatonic, the one that pretty much everybody knows.
Highlight yourself again, where you can see you.
Oh my God. Do you know how busy I am? Hands bricks. So the intervals of the minor pentatonic are root, minor third, fourth, fifth, flat 7. And if you take that shape and literally move it, so your index finger is on the root when you're playing it as A minor, if you move that entire scale shape down so that your little pinky is on the A, and you now play this, that is the F sharp minor pentatonic, but it is actually also the notes of the A major pentatonic. So you can do all your country licks. So that's the easiest way. Take what you already know in minor pentatonic and move it down 3 frets. So when I said to Q before we played that thing in E flat major, I said it was, as far as like frets were concerned, C sharp minor, so 9th fret, minor pentatonic. That is the same notes as E flat major. So, yeah. It's that easy. Just transpose everything you know down 3 frets.
And play. So if you're going to play like in
You're highlighted.
E major, right? You just move it down 1, 2, 3, and then play the pentatonic minor scale, right? But what I noodle in most is that 3-note per string major scale. So like a 1, 2, 4 every other fret.
Hey, way up, dude.
And then move your first finger up 1, but 1, 2, 4 in the middle 2. Move your first finger up 1 and play 1, 3, 4.
And if you're an obtuse mofo like me, you'll do this. Oh yeah, you're still there, aren't you? Frick.
What's up, way up?
What key were you playing in?
Just E.
There?
Oh no, I was playing E major. I mean, I was just doing a 3-note per string like an A.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what I would do just because I like where it goes.
So you're using a 1, 2, 4 pattern.
The
right?
entire way.
Yeah.
And I'm repeating. So if we count through the scale tones, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 2 5s in the second
Right.
octave of my scale. But it means I can exploit that. I can play some fun little licks. So I kind of like that. I mean, I could obviously go the way that Q did it, but I kind of like the idea of actually going back a position and having that repeated note.
Right. And it's all, what I like is that's all 1, 2, 4. Because even though I say 1, 3, 4, I never play 1, 3, 4. I'll skip. So I still do 1, 2, 4. Because I 1, 3, 4. I don't have the strength between my third and fourth finger.
Like you need to work on it.
My second and fourth. Or Steve calls that the booger hook.
I do not call it that at all. But Q hates it when I play licks like this.
Of course, we can't see what he's playing.
Christ.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You don't like it when I do those, do you? Mm-mm-mm. Cool, Blue.
16ths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's find something else. What else we got? Oh. That's not long enough. It's only 8 minutes long. We can't work with that. Jeez. Do you want us to play something that's 21 minutes and 30 seconds long?
Is it Pink Floyd?
No, smooth jazz.
Oh, God, that's going to hurt.
I know, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it.
Thank you.
Oh, look, we're live. Anyway.
See, the cops even don't like that.
No, the Pink Floyd cops are here. Melodic heavy metal.
Sandra says 20 minutes would be dream.
That's the intro, verse, and first chorus.
I've never been a Dream Theater fan.
I don't hate them. All right, what we got here, man?
I was watching a Green Day show from the early 90s. It's like, I don't know, dude. That boy's a hook right and fool. I just like
God,
that.
yeah.
I just love that stuff, man.
Yeah. Dreamy, atmospheric, melodic rock backing track in E flat minor.
Let's look. Turn my delay up then.
Off you go. Don't forget to clean your pot.
You mean de-seed my pot?
Yeah. Hey, Teddy. You still live?
going. I gotta pee.
Well, there you go. I'm on my own. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. There you go. So I'm going to say something radical. Bum. There you go. Deal with it. So Ted, you still live or what? What'd you do? And Blue Dude Metal, that confused the heck out of me. And then I realized you were actually referencing 3 different people. It was Blue Morks, it was Way Up Dude, and I've forgotten his name. Metalhead Hippie. Is it? Shit. I gotta scroll.
Yeah, it was a metalhead hippie.
Yeah, shut up. You think you can just go off and pee and then come back and tell me
And
shit?
everything's all good, and
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. So there you go. Can you believe?
that was okay. What, 53 minutes?
I know, that's the bit I was believing.
Well, that's a pretty good indicator. If we're on 50, 55 minutes, I generally have to take a break.
Yes, you do.
And,
Yeah.
take a nap and...
Well, I mean, and luckily you've got what? One and a half bedrooms, 45 bathrooms. Is that what you've got?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
It's funny, this whole apartment, I don't know if it helps when I do that for the whole
It
apartment.
does, obviously. Yeah. No, I would never stop you doing it.
Upstairs, the 2 bedrooms, I mean, the whole place has been redone, right? Drywall. Upstairs, the 2 bedrooms have no door jams.
Oh.
Like the bathroom has the door jam and the door.
Oh yeah. You I think you showed me a picture of that. That was
The
that
2
was very
bedrooms,
weird.
like, we forgot something, but we're not really sure what we forgot.
Oh, I know. Trim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Fancy something in A flat, and then we'll just call it a night.
Yeah.
Yeah. That first one sounds interesting, actually.
Because I need to make a turkey sandwich, and I picked up some baby Swiss.
Hey man, I had some turkey with sun-dried tomato and yeah.
Lettuce, and it's like a salad. It's like a turkey salad.
No, literally just the turkey with like the coating on the outside, just a little bit of color on the very edge,
What would it be like dating you?
First, you have to cut his leg off and count the rings.
I gotta send you a
Is that
video
the kind
that
of dating he means?
Randy Price commented on Under the Bus. Yeah.
All right. Key of A flat minor, baby.
Oh, a flat.
Well, yeah.
right?
So A for you now, because you're in man's tuning.
Wait.
According to my computer, Ted is still live. You need to fix that. Exactly, Sandra. Oh, it was a depends joke. Yeah.
something on there.
Hey, Jeff H is in the building. We could be playing for another 2.5 hours, Q. Especially if he's still got Beelzebub's blue Behringer of 80s. Oh, that's it. We're breaking up with you, Jeff. I felt like I changed the camera too quickly. You were doing something.
Later, hippie. Later, Sandra. That's cool. I figured that was coming up soon, so I wanted to roll my volume up a little bit. Goggle, 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 goggle.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
I've got the cleaner, spray cleaner, but you know, on this you got to take the pickguard off, and I don't want to do that right now. You did this thing, so that's like you were falling down some steps. You did it a couple of times, and I was like, that's kind of cool.
I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, I don't know. You could
I don't know.
share me on screen though if you like.
Mm.
Stingy.
Well, you know,
No, that's okay. No.
I was too busy reading Jeff's comment.
No, you did. I don't know, something's
Oh, the
falling down the steps lick.
the power cord lick, because that's all it is.
Is it?
So I was doing it on the D, so on the 4.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
So it's just an A, a D, an A, a D, an A, and a D.
Ah.
That's just that. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff noticed that one. That's the one he had to rewind. I was like, oh, that was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, often what I'll do is I'll tremolo pick that. So it'll be more like that kind of thing. But I just thought, oh, that'll do.
But they're doing it on the D.
I was doing it on the D.
It sound naughty.
Yeah, it does when you say on the D. Yeah. Detroit is known as the D.
I got nothing. I got no comedy. Nothing's really kind of.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Because your playing has been stellar.
It's been again. That's the whole thing. Is just playing outside of your favorite. You know.
Yeah, but would you now agree that the E flat thing is a smart thing?
Really? I tell you this. I noticed it on the bending.
Yeah, because you can now those overbends get super saucy. They get super saucy.
The B string actually, when I overbend, it comes up, over, and back around the back of my fret one.
Yeah. And
but
then
it sounds bitchy.
And then you can sort of loop your fingers in between it and high E string, and then make a tuna sandwich.
That's going to be a short. I know it is.
That's kind of what I was aiming for. I was aiming for, the whole thing of like, saying something ridiculous and, having the AI pick up on it.
Yeah, I don't think we did that. It'd be interesting to see what.
Well, I think the big issue is like, if you still have a gallbladder, then obviously these licks make a lot more sense.
So playing licks, if you have the gallbladder.
If you have a gallbladder,
it makes more sense when you're tuned down to E flat. If you have a gallbladder, that makes perfect sense to me.
Makes total sense at all, doesn't it? It's nothing if it ain't educational.
The AI's going, yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me, and I'm Johnny Heartbreaker. Oh, that'll be a short.
Moly. Yep.
Sorry, Johnny, we're off here. Sorry, Johnny. Oh, Johnny. Wait, what was the what was the movie with Johnny? Not the Wanderers. Had Tom Cruise in it, and remember that the building burned down and the kid got hurt and Johnny got shot. Not
Is this a Bon Jovi lyric?
Johnny used to work on the dock and he didn't get paid much money, and Gina's a whore.
And the building burnt down and the kid got hurt and somebody got shot.
Jeff H. got it, The Outsiders.
Oh, no. It's The Outsiders? It has a question mark in the title, apparently.
Ah, yes. That's why I pointed.
Yeah. So that movie was called The Outsiders?
I think every kid had to read that book in middle. It's a terrible movie. Really bad acting. Tom Cruise is in it, so there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, we are out of here, I think.
You've had enough of this?
I've had enough. She's had enough. Cool thing. I knew right from the beginning. I've had enough. Okay.
Well, we know that Bo Peep did it for the insurance and that Humpty Dumpty was pushed. So, these are the things that people need to know about. Yep.
That took me several seconds. I was like, little Bo Peep in the, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Who lost her sheep?
I went to public school, dude. I don't.
You didn't do nursery rhymes. Yeah. And I mean, the cool thing is that most of the nursery rhymes are all about really brutal things.
Right? Really?
Like the Black Death or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
A tissue, we all fall down. Yeah, there's a happy
Little
lyric.
kid and the wolf, and everybody died. The wolf ate,
Yeah.
ate all the sheep. And
Well, how many people thought that this little piggy went to market meant it went shopping?
it was made into a bacon sandwich.
It was sent to market as a cut of pork. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. It's very good. Hey, guess what I had for breakfast this morning?
Some type of baked beans. You British people always have baked beans with your eggs. Oh, you don't need that.
I had veal for breakfast.
You killed Bambi's little baby? Man.
No, that's venison.
Oh,
Veal.
I don't think I've never had crab or lobster.
I like lobster. I don't like crab. I like shrimp. Shrimp.
I did have them twice, though, little itchy little bastard.
That's why you don't like them. I can't eat this. It brings back painful, irritated memories.
Can you hit the sun off?
Teddy bears fiction. Hang on.
Eddie, is that Cocaine Bear? I do have to say, Cocaine Bear was the stupidest movie.
But so much fun.
Oh, it was. Oh, my God.
And you know what's really important is it's based on a true story.
And, you know, Guitar Hack sent me a copy of it. So I sent him a link to the best movie ever.
Which is?
Caveman. And he blocked me and unfriended me, said it was the stupidest movie he ever saw.
Is that the one with the young Ron Perlman in it?
Ringo Starr.
Oh.
And his wife, Barbara, big boob, Barbara.
Come on. You can do it. That's it. Well done. Well done.
Yeah. And Lyle Alzado.
You were almost barking up the wrong tree.
Tonda Zug Lana.
Hey, Ted's back.
What's up, Ted?
Are you still live or is my phone lying to me? Well, let's all sit here and wait for Ted to answer. Yes.
2 hours later.
Today, in the fantastic, interesting chat department.
It is April 24th already. 2025. I don't.
Well, I guess it is for you. It's still April 23 over here.
If you didn't use a metric system, tomorrow. Yes, he's still out. Okay.
There we go. Are we going to do a raid?
No, I'm going to go make a sandwich and chillax.
All right. Will you do that then?
Okay.
You crazy galoot.
Thanks for tuning in, kids.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to hit the end of stream button. Thanks for everybody who was in the chat. This was just a GTU Goes the Weasel experience of craziness and wonderment.
Jeff, I did not use the toilet paper tonight. I don't want to.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
I don't want to overdo it.
No, and I think that's a great decision because now you're leaving the audience hungry. They want the TP, but you didn't give it to them.
It's like Kirk Hammett using the wall too much, or Ingve playing all widdly all the time.
Well, or people playing unnecessarily stereo when they don't need to.
Hold on.
Okay then.
Wayne McConnell stopped in. It was just mix it up, toilet paper every other. I could use a roll of paper towels.
Oh, you could. Would that work the same? Does the quiltedness change the tone?
Well, it's a much. I don't know if it helps when I do that.
Would you get more bass resonance because it's longer?
I would have to definitely practice.
Okay.
Because the legato's a lot harder with the roll of paper towels.
Oh, Jeff makes a great suggestion.
I don't even want to comment on that one.
Is that a called pipe he wants you to use? With your Bic lighter, maybe?
Wow, this is really...
All right, I'm going to hit the bye-bye
Charbon
button.
on a Charvel. Charbon on a Schecter.
Yeah, okay. You don't have a Charvel, do you?
I have a Schecter.
Yeah.
Schecter Sun Valley Super Shredder 3. And Aurora Burst.
Yes. And
Roll the
what's it
paper.
called? It's just, it is actually called the Super Shredder, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Sun Valley Super Shredder 3.
Super Shredder.
They make one with 2 humbuckers, but it's got the Sustainiac on the neck, and I'm just like...
You're like,
this-
I have enough sustain by myself, thank you very much.
well, it's like having like that little on-off switch. Does it help? The on-off switch on your guitar, the kill switch. It's like, dude, I'm going to use that once or twice, and I'm not going to get a sustainer.
I feel like I'm being attacked.
I think you can tell the style of guitar that I like.
Yeah.
Super Strat.
Super Strat. Yeah, my Strat's fairly super too.
Yes, it is good for my bunghole because I never cheap out on the TP. I don't care if I got to pawn something. I always get quality TP.
Now, hang on. I think we had this discussion before. Is it 2-ply or 3?
I think it's like 11. It's expensive.
Wow. So what? Like on a roll is like 4 sheets?
It's the type that you can like wash out in your sink after you use it a couple of times.
Fantastic.
It's reusable.
I'm definitely hitting the end stream button now. Oh, bye-bye, everybody.